The ocean is the closest thing to an alien world we'll ever touch. I've spent years studying it, marine biology, deep-sea ecosystems, the pitch-black pressure zones miles beneath sunlight. I thought I fully understood it, but I was wrong. The sea doesn't forgive curiosity, it punishes it. My name is Dr. Evan Kerr. In 2022, I joined a private research expedition funded by a corporation called Naughty Tech Industries. Their pitch was simple: explore an uncharted trench in the South Pacific, nicknamed the Hollow Deep, a scar in the ocean floor deeper than the Mariana Trench. They said sonar readings showed something impossible. The trench wasn't just deep, it moved, like the earth itself was breathing. Our vessel, the Abyssal Dawn, was a pressure-proof submersible rated for depths no human had ever reached. I was one of 5 on board: Captain Holt, ex-Navy, stoic, chain-smoked constantly; Dr. Malik, our geologist; Torres, the engineer; Emily Shaw, the company liaison, cold, quiet, always writing in that damn notebook; and me, the marine biologist, the one who thought he was ready. Day 1. We began our descent at dawn. Sunlight dimmed fast, the blue water shifting to a suffocating black. The sonar pinged softly every few seconds, like a heartbeat. At 5,000 meters, life was already alien: transparent eels, ghostly jellies drifting like souls. Then, something flickered past the external lights. Too big, too fast. Holt said it was probably a shadow, a reflection, but the way the light bent around it made my stomach twist. Day 2. The deeper we went, the stranger things got. At 9,000 meters, we passed a coral formation that shouldn't exist. Bone-white spires arranged in perfect circles, like the remnants of a cathedral. Malik swore it looked man-made, but by who? Then we lost sonar for 3 full minutes. No pings, just static. When it returned, something massive was beneath us, too deep for the signal to reach the bottom. Day 3. That night, Torres woke me. "Doc, you need to see this." Outside the viewing window, the trench glowed faintly. Not bioluminescence, more like veins of dim blue light pulsing from inside the rock. It looked alive. Emily whispered, "It's beautiful," but her voice trembled. Then, a sound filled the hull. A deep, low moan, like the earth exhaling. The glass vibrated. Our readings spiked. Pressure, seismic activity, everything. The lights flickered. Then, darkness. Only that blue glow remained, pulsing through the abyss. When the power returned, Holt reported something moving with us on sonar. Not below, not above, beside. At first, we thought it was a glitch, until we saw the reflection on the window. A shape, long, coiling, covered in pale, shifting lights like deep-sea anglerfish, but each light blinked independently like eyes, hundreds of them. Day 4. Torres refused to go near the viewport anymore. He said when he looked out, he saw faces floating in the dark, human faces mouthing words he couldn't hear. I told him he was hallucinating from stress, but later I saw it too. A pale shape drifted by, like a diver, except we were 12 miles deep. Its eyes were black, sunken. Its twisted mouth moved and a stream of bubbles rose, bubbles that spelled out my name. Day 5. We reached the trench floor, but it wasn't a floor. It was an opening, a perfect circular chasm. The sonar couldn't find the bottom. Malik dropped a probe into it. It fell for 4 hours before the signal died. Then something rose from the hole. The cameras caught it only for a second. A tendril, not flesh, not plant, something in between. It wrapped around the probe's cable, then let go. Every instrument went haywire. Magnetics, oxygen, pressure. The trench was alive. Day 6. Torres was gone. The hatch was sealed from the inside, but when we checked the view feed, we saw him on the outside camera. He wasn't wearing a suit. He floated there, alive, motionless. His skin was pale, eyes wide. His mouth opened and closed slowly, like he was trying to breathe water. Then something moved behind him, a massive outline, impossible to focus on. It reached forward, and Torres was gone. No splash, no sound, just gone. Day 7. The ascent hold finally snapped. "We're leaving," he said. Emily begged him not to, said, "It'll notice," but Holt ignored her and fired the ascent thrusters. The engines roared to life momentarily, then shut down. Manual override failed. Something had us. Through the viewport, the trench began to glow. Veins of faint blue light spiraled up from the abyss like a bioluminescent organism waking from sleep. Then the sonar came back on by itself. Ping, ping, ping. Each ping closer, louder. The glow intensified until the entire viewport was blue. We saw movement, massive ridges rising from the abyss like ribs, and deeper between them a void that pulsed like a heartbeat. Malik whispered, "It's not a trench, it's a wound." That's when the voice came through the comms. Not a sound, exactly. More like thoughts pressed into our skulls. Words in no language, just feelings. Stay below ours. Holt fired the ballast manually. The sub lurched upward, but the water outside began to churn, dragging us back down. Metal shrieked, lights exploded, and then silence. I woke up floating in an emergency pod, half frozen, lungs burning from recycled air. The abyssal dawn was gone. They said a storm destroyed it, that I was lucky to be alive. But in the debrief, Nauditech didn't ask what happened to the crew. They only asked what I saw. When I told them about the movement, the light, the pressure anomalies, they just nodded, like they already knew. Then they took my data drives and told me never to speak of it again. It's been 3 years. Sometimes I still hear the sonar ping in my head when I'm near the ocean. Ping, ping, ping. But last night, something new happened. My bathtub drain gurgled. Salt water started filling it from below. And over the bubbling, I heard a familiar sound. That low, rhythmic pulse, like something enormous, patient and alive, breathing just beneath my floorboards. If anyone from Nautatech hears this, please don't send another team down there. Some holes in the world aren't meant to be discovered, because once the deep knows you've seen it, it starts to look back.